Thank you for joining Effortless Attraction. My name is Evelyn McAleer. I'm the author of A Life You Want, Effortless, and The Woman's Journey. I'm a life coach, business mentor, and inspirational speaker. And my greatest value is making a difference in people's lives. So I hope through these podcasts I can make a difference to your life.
Effortless Attraction podcast is sponsored by Maria Young Wellbeing, wellness mentor and creator of Infusion, a platform designed to inspire health, wealth, abundance, and a life lived with purpose. Maria conducts events, trainings, and the blending of practical tools for lasting change. Her mission is simple: to help you live well and rise strong. You can explore more at www.mariayoungwellbeing.co.uk or infusion.mn.co.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another Effortless Attraction podcast. Today, I am joined by Mary McGuigan. Mary is a personal stylist. She's an image consultant and the founder of Corporate and Creative Image. She's based in the north of Ireland. Her work goes far beyond clothes. Mary helps both women and men to reconnect to their true selves by aligning the inner image they hold with the outer image they project. A former finance professional turned stylist, she brings a unique blend of practicality, psychology, and spirituality to her approach, combining colour analysis, style, architects, and mindset work to help women express who they really are. Mary has been a keynote speaker at various leadership events and regularly delivers corporate workshops on self-image, confidence, and professional presence. Her message is all about empowerment through authenticity, helping you dress not for who you think you should be, but for who you truly are. I love that. You're very welcome, Mary.
Thank you for having me.
You're the first person that I have done a podcast with that is a stylist.
Okay. Good to know.
There's three words that have stood out to me in that: practicality, psychology, and spirituality.
Oh, they're my
Imagine that
favorite.
all based around how we present ourselves. Tell us a bit more about it, Mary.
Well, there the three terms you mentioned there are the three things that I'm very fascinated with, and that have certainly really helped me. So whenever I started out, I had come from a completely different background, as you've mentioned. I was in accountancy and bookkeeping, and to make the jump to having not just my own business, but in personal styling was absolute, like it couldn't be any more out of your comfort zone. But I just had this urge to do it because I found that it really helped me whenever I had been going through a period of personal development. And I saw the link really between retail therapy and changes in that we go through as women. And it was kind of one of those moments where I thought, does everybody else know about this? Does everybody else know the power of this? And I sought about to really help other women feel visible and to feel confident through what they were, because I knew there was a big, massive problem out there. I knew also that the problem's being pushed, not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's, had diet culture. We have, women who believe that, like, oh, if we just have a wardrobe full of black, we'll all look skinny and slimmer. Um, and it's teaching women that to be more comfortable with themselves and getting to know themselves despite what gets pushed out there.
Yeah.
Went off on a bit
So,
of a tangent there.
no, you're grand because I understand that part where we feel that we should look a certain way, a
Yeah.
certain size. And then perhaps if we're not content, which a lot of women are not content with their body image,
Mhm.
we kind of wear clothes that don't compliment us or exude confidence in that. There's a line here that I help you dress not for who you think you should be, but for who you truly are. Now, who you think you should be, but who you truly are. What's the difference?
So what I found, even through my own experience, was that getting to know myself And we always think we know, oh, we know ourselves really well, but we're never done getting to know ourselves because we change so much, especially as women. So we always have this, certainly myself had this idea of, when I started my own personal styling business, I thought, oh my God, I have to look super presented, over the top, fashionista all the time because I'm always promoting my business and people need to know what I do. And it was exhausting because I didn't dress up all the time. Don't sit at home in a suit. Why would I do that? I don't pick my kids up from school in a suit. Like I'll always be in lounge gear, or I'll be, just wearing a fun t-shirt because that's who I am. That's what I like to do. The more I have just really turned inwards and thought about what I like, and I'm discovering new things all the time, then the more that I do feel like I dress for myself. And it's definitely to do with that magnetism of wearing your
Yeah.
personality.
But there's a difference also to Mary. So, for example, we're here doing the podcast. I'm interviewing you. So I prepare myself. I prepare myself note-wise,
Yeah.
technology-wise, and presentation-wise, even though this
Yeah.
is going to be audio. Now, after the call, like again, when I'm in the house doing my own things, I'm not going to be wearing the blazer and stuff like that. But is there a difference, does there for professionalism to present yourself when you're going out to a client? Or I was speaking to a lady a few weeks ago and she's stepping into doing counselling.
Mhm.
And as I said to her, I says, you'll maybe invest in a few wee blazers now whenever. And she had the opinion of, well, I don't want to come across too fancy. I'll dress according to my clients. But I thought, should there not be a wee bit of a difference?
Well, you see that there's so many layers to it, doesn't it? The thing is, and I get a lot of people who've actually turned to, they've maybe worked in the NHS all their life, or they've had a very 9 to 5 corporate job, and then they have a holistic service, or they do have a counselling type service. And the question is, Mary, if I to buy a load of suits, but I think, well, what made you do what you wanted to do? I think, well, I wanted to help people. I'm like, right, okay, so zone in on that part of your personality that wants to help people. And then that's so when I'm helping them pick styles and things out, they're understanding why that's working, rather than me just going, oh, wear this, wear that, pick that, go buy that. That doesn't integrate with them because they'll just think they'll get bored of that because there isn't an understanding, there hasn't been learning process in that, and they haven't been part of the journey. Or if I go to a networking s- event, well, yes, I'm always going to put something on that's a little bit more professional, but that's because I'm trying to show that I'm professional enough to do business with, and that I take the actual event seriously. But not everybody else is going to go with that. Maybe they'll go and they'll be head to toe in pink because they're all about femininity and that's their color, or they'll be a little bit more relaxed in what they wear because their business is solely about um holistics or whatever it is.
So
So
that,
yeah,
sorry for
it's
interrupting. That'll take me on then to colours.
yeah.
So obviously, is it true that people wear their color depending on their mood? Is that fact or fiction?
Oh yeah, no, that's totally true as well. I remember after my granny died, I wore green for about 3 weeks, and my daughter actually commented on, she's right, okay, I know it's your favorite, I know it suits you, but she's been wearing it for 3 weeks now. Whenever I looked into, green's all about healing. It's all about, finding balance and also connecting the brain with the heart, and that's what happens during grief. The brain is a bit colder and the heart is full of emotion, so the heart's like, oh my God, what's happening, where are they? Why are they not here anymore? And the brain's like, we've been through this, they're dead, they passed on. And it's getting through grief is all about bringing the two to an understanding, the brain and the heart. So, and green is very much about that as well. But yeah, there's a lot of psychology behind color. There's blue's actually the nation's favorite color.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and it's a very loyal color, and you'll see it that a lot of banks say,
Yeah, I know a
trust
lot of
us.
men wear suits that are blue.
People who start their own business, they go networking, they're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to wear. But wear something blue. Wear something blue because it'll calm you down, and it's a good, trustworthy color.
When you said the word green, I thought, I can't get through to greens. Oh, I should just broaden my horizons and go out. And I do like pinks and colors like that. But they reckon that within, I think it's 9 seconds or 14 seconds, you create your first impressions.
It's actually lower than that now, yeah,
Is
because
it?
of social media, yeah. And then the figure changes all the time. So yes, that is true. People will inst whether they know it or not, they will subconsciously have a first impression of you. Um, it's quite hard to change that. So it's really them deciding, are you worthy of their time or not? Will they talk to you, or will they, answer you, or anything like that? And that's the thing, because everybody gets really afraid of that. And they think, oh, I really like this, and it's really me. But if I were that, it might put people off. And my answer straight away is, and what? And
Yeah.
what? Because you can't be everybody's cup of tea. It takes a while to understand that, but you really can't, because you're doing yourself a disservice if you do try to be everybody's cup of tea.
So are we then innately drew to colors, or are we creatures of habit and just go to the same thing?
We've been taught a lot of things through social media and media in general that's just, there's a lot of unlearning that really needs to happen out there. Color, and the thing I was very drawn to color, it was the first thing that I studied, color analysis, and it was really because you know, getting into alignment with the colors that harmonize with you. I love these words. I loved the terminology of that. But when you get into that and you harmonize and you go, you're being in alignment with your colors can only mean good things for you as much. Forget about anybody else seeing you, but for you, for seeing yourself. But also just magnetizing and being able to attract the right opportunities, the right people into your life as well by being, wearing colors that really work for you.
Well,
I
that's
just,
interesting.
yeah.
So if women, because I know a few women that would like to attract relationships into their lives,
Yes.
give us a color then. What is it that they need to be wearing?
Well, there's not a one color fits all, but they're probably well, straight away I know that the first color will be red. That's always like that people recommend when it comes to relationships and love, isn't it? But I think it depends on what you're doing, where you are. You going on a date? I think the best thing you can do in that situation is just dress for you. Dress as something you absolutely love, because that's going to show your personality, and then that's just going to weed people out
Yeah.
straight away. And
And
that's what you want.
it takes a wee bit of courage, though, to step out
Oh
of the
yeah,
comfort zone, doesn't it? I
yeah,
think sometimes I've seen women and I've had to encourage them, put on a wee dress. I've had ladies out here and they've been very comfortable wearing jeans and trousers and have fabulous legs. And then when we
yeah,
get them into a dress, they're like, you look stunning.
yeah, uh-huh.
We get very comfortable, though.
But I think, you see, we're always taught about like things, I get mums who panic that they can't get out of gym gear. They're all, and they have little toddlers, and I just can't get out of it. It's just, and I'm like, but why do you wear it? And like, it's practical, and the baby throws up. It's easily cleaned. And you can move on. Like they're always on the go. And I always say, like, don't stop giving yourself a hard time because you're wearing something that's practical and works for you. I says, if you can do anything for yourself, make sure it's a fabulous color, because you're going to be looking at you wearing that all the time.
I always think that there's nothing more wonderful than a woman, no matter what size she is, but if she walks into a room, how she presents, how she walks, how she carries herself. And like, because you could have someone that's a size 6 and someone that's a size 16, and it's not to do with size. It's how
No, it
they
never
carry,
is.
it's what they wear. There's something that just draws you to them. How do
Yeah.
we get that across, though, to women? It's not about your size.
Oh, it never is. Generally, they're wearing colors that don't work for them. They look pasty or they're shadowing them. The big one, the big massive one, is the self-image. That's generally what the problem is. That gets changed with just inching yourself out of your comfort zone ever and learning more about yourself.
There's a big battle that takes place when women go to purchase clothes, going into that changing room. And I think, now, is that a nice tinted mirror? Do you need to be number one in a good frame of mind and feeling good about yourself before you step into a changing room? And also, Mary, I'm quite sure that different retailers, they may say a size 12, but they're different fittings. You know, some woman could come out thinking, Christ, I'm more than what I thought I was. Um, but that's a big saga for people going into the fitting room.
Yeah, they don't have you in mind when when they're creating these clothes. They don't. And sizing is just up the left completely. You know, I cut the labels off if it makes you feel better because it doesn't define you, and you probably won't ever be the same size in whatever shop you go into. But if you like it enough, you buy it if it really screams to you. If you're jumping up and down in the shop, then it should be bought. And I know we're not doing that with everything we buy. We're not. Um, and yes, you were saying there if you should be in a good frame of mind. Um, you should be intentional when you go shopping, is what I think. And it is, I mean, there's a reason to call it retail therapy because when I do personal shopping sessions, everything comes out and they don't realize it's because maybe when you're showing them something or when you're looking at a color, somebody 10 years ago, even 20 years ago, said they were too fat or they were too much or they didn't suit that color. And
Yeah.
it's just it's sad to see, but it's better out than in.
And strangely, when you say those words, retail therapy, maybe I'm in the very small minority. It's one of my least favorite things to do. I do have intention. I know what I want to get, and I'll go and
Yeah.
get it and then out. I can't be doing with this going round here or there.
But a lot of
But
my clients are like you. A lot of people
yeah,
think I get like people who love shopping. No, I don't. I
no.
get people who actually don't like shopping.
I know. I'm like, God, I
Uh-huh.
need to go and get something now. But you'd be a great woman to take along now. If I could take, it happened to me once actually. There's a lady came with me and she just handed me stuff into the changing room. Now, if myself and Jim were going out shopping, if he had to get clothes, he'll just stay in the changing room and then I'll bring him the clothes,
Yeah.
which is great. You know, you have something on you and they think, oh, I need the different size. I need to shout someone. But you'd be the ideal woman that would keep your client nice and calm. Come on ahead. I'll pick out the things. All you have to do is try them on. Is that how it works? A personal shopper?
I will when we do it here in Belfast, it's yeah, I have an itinerary, so it's not like just shopping with your friend. It's I have researched and made sure there's been sizes and things like that. So we'll have a call in advance. Me try to get to know them about kind of what they suit, things that they like and brands that they like as well. Set up a budget, get an idea of what they're looking for, and then I will go out and research all that, and then I will take them along. And we keep it as calm as they possibly can because I know that it's for most of my clients, they find it stressful or they
Yeah.
don't enjoy doing it. And for some, they just really want an education in shopping better.
Yeah, and I suppose then whenever they have someone like yourself along, where you say they know for the next time round.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I'm sure they feel when they try, if they try on something different or a different color or a different style of something, do they see themselves different?
Yes, they do. And sometimes tears are shed, and then they'll agree that they look fabulous and they look absolutely amazing, and then they still
Yeah.
won't buy it.
Won't.
Hmm. Because there's just that thing that holds them back.
Oh,
You
I could
know,
cry now hearing
yeah,
that.
it is, and it's really hard to watch because I can't, can bring the horse to the water, I can't make them drink it.
I know.
And I know that it's just it's because there's so many more other things. that
Yeah.
didn't need to resolve within themselves. It's actually why I actually got very strict about personal shopping plans. I know, not to sound stuck up, because I didn't want to take people when they weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
And I really felt like I was doing something wrong,
Yeah.
if I was to do that. So I kind of have, yeah, I've got a bit more. I like taking people that have already had some services with me, because it means I've got to know them as best as I possibly can,
Yeah.
and then I can
Because change
provide a
is
good
difficult
service.
because,
Yeah,
in the
change
coaching that I
is
do,
very difficult.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Hmm.
Just changing anything, change of a lipstick, change of, and even wearing a lipstick, some ladies prefer not to. Here's
Yeah.
something. Um, so there's a lady I was speaking to one time, and we were joking that because sometimes, the bra strap drops down there, and I said,
Yeah.
are we still in the white bras? And I was asking her what color. She said white and beiges. Sure, who's
Hmm.
going to be looking at them? And I said, but for yourself,
Yeah.
something different. So she
Uh-huh.
did go out and she purchased a black one and a purple one. I said, good.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Nobody needs to see it, but it's just how it makes you feel.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because
And I mean,
she used this word like it's functional.
yeah. Uh-huh. The beige ones are functional. I don't wear white ones. I wear the beige ones because
Yeah,
they got the under, well, mainly more going into the springtime, and you're wearing your white and your cream
of
t-shirts and stuff.
course.
But I mean, yeah, you have your everyday ones, and then you have your nice ones as well. Sometimes, yeah, you just have to wear the practical ones. But yeah, no, it's all about, and I've had that as well. I had a lady out, and every time I picked something, she talked about how her husband wouldn't like that, or wouldn't like that color bra, and or wouldn't like this top. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I'm here, I'm here with you, not him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, there's a lot. You're not just going out there and choosing what you feel this suits you,
Hmm.
but you're dealing with a lot of, as you say, psychology here.
Hmm.
And people perhaps do open up and share quite a lot.
Yeah,
But you're right. If you're not ready for this, because in the coaching business, even that I do, I think you have to be ready for the change.
yeah,
Otherwise, you're wasting your time, you're wasting my time, and you want to see the end result for them.
yeah. Oh, you really do, and I'm sure you're the same. You as women, we go through so many changes. Like, we've been doing it from we were teenagers, puberty, having babies, perimenopause. That's a big topic at the minute. Menopause, any health conditions. We're always changing. That's just like physical. There's also, getting married, getting divorced, getting separated, new relationships, job promotions. These are all changes. And I always ask whenever they come to me, like, so what's going on with you? Oh, no, nothing. And then when they get talking, they've had a baby, or they're up for promotion, or they're thinking of starting their own business, or lots of different things. Fostering was one as well. Like, yeah, because you don't see that when things change on the inside, the outside wants to match up with that, and you look in your wardrobe and all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, it's not me anymore. That doesn't
Yeah, yeah,
that's what that is. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I just went on about, whenever ladies try on and you see them and they see themselves in a different light. When we have had people over here, there's nothing more rewarding, when Jim would do photography or videography with them, that they get to see themselves in a completely different light.
Yeah.
It gets emotional and it's the
Yeah.
most loveliest thing. But you have to be willing, again, that thing of change, the
Yeah.
resistance to change, go back to the familiar. I thought I was ready. No. And then they might buy the dress and it might hang in the wardrobe or the trouser, whatever. And the fear. Because when you step out and you're wearing something different or you're looking different, it's going to draw attention.
Hmm. Yeah. The family members are going to say something. It's yeah. Uh-huh.
You've changed.
Uh-huh. Who do you think you are? It's Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing anybody has to try and get not over but through, because it doesn't stop. People don't stop talking about you. People don't stop having an opinion on you. So the only thing that can change is your reaction to it,
Yeah.
um, or your response. But I think the more that you focus on yourself, you just don't have time for that.
But I see it a lot in, even cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, wanting to
Hmm.
look a certain way. But unless we've done that inside work, it
Hmm.
wouldn't matter if you've got the liposuction or the boob job or the Botox or the teeth done. It won't matter because there'll always be something else that's not right, that you're not
Yeah.
loving about yourself. You'll find it'll just draw more focus to whatever other flaws that we see. What you're doing yourself, Mary, and you took big, brave steps to step out of this security and this corporate world of your salary. You knew it was coming in and to take the brave and bold action of thinking, hold on, I want to start this career because I see so many people that I could be of service to and to help. And but that's the type of women I love being drew to, people that are courageous to take that. And perhaps, through things that you have done that, as you say, you draw in similar people that are willing, that need, just take me by the hand. I want to do this, but show me how to do it.
Yeah. I think I was 36. I'm coming 42 now. And I thought I was the only person in the world to crazy enough to do that. Like I didn't know anybody else who would have done that. And not until after I'd done it, obviously. And then I started to see, when it was maybe a year, 2 years in, I started to see new people come. And I thought, I can't believe I thought I was the only person in the world. I see people in their 50s starting a business.
50's not old, by the way. I'm
No, it's
51.
not. It's not. It really isn't.
Our lives have completely changed when we've moved to Spain. Our
Yeah.
work has changed when we've moved to Spain. Because we've changed, everything has changed, and but it's going with that, it's moving with that. And at the end of the day, in all of our lives, what do we want from life?
Hmm. Yeah.
What is that we're seeking from life? Certainly, it can be the material things and clothes and our hair, makeup, and everything. But what is the feeling that we are craving?
Mhm.
For us, that has been our end goal. And to get speaking to people like yourself, Mary, because I do love this. I do love the podcast. I love that I get to speak with people, and the ethos of this is that making a difference to people's lives. So I love speaking to people. Firstly, you made a difference in your life by making a big decision of becoming self-employed. It's not for everyone, but you were brave enough to think, hang on, there's something calling me here. Then and when you become self-employed, then you have to be a whole lot of things for yourself. Well, you had the
Yeah.
skill of accountancy there, then you had to become the marketer. You had to
Hmm.
learn more perhaps in technology and put
Sales.
yourself out there. Yeah, you
Hmm.
had to put yourself out there.
That's the big. That was actually real. That was probably something I really had to get sort of a bit of training on because I wasn't. To me, I just wasn't a natural salesperson. I didn't go. I didn't cold sales. I thought it was icky. I didn't. I just. But I was a good networker.
When we're
Hmm.
in accountancy and finance and things, and that's wonderful, but it's very
Yeah.
logical thinking. When
Yeah.
you're in the line of work that you're at, yes, you have to, there's logistics and that, but you get to involve your heart with it. You
Hmm.
get to have human emotion. We get to connect.
Yeah.
And I think in witnessing or watching things, sometimes that's what goes amiss, that there isn't connection. To say
Yeah.
that you actually matter, your time matters, my time matters, your words matter, but as a businesswoman then too, Mary, you have to saying this, listen, you absolutely matter 100%, but you must be committed to the change. Then I can help you.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that encourages people to say, yeah, 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 you're the boss. I trust you. I trust your opinion. And I trust what you have to bring to me. And I actually would like a woman like you now.
I just always valued honesty, and I've just always tried to carry that through. So even when I'm showing my flaws and my mistakes or my bad head when I get up, coming on, that to me was more important, and that's actually what builds my relationships with people who decide to become my client.
For people to exchange money for a service,
Yeah.
you deliver a good service as well.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's they want to get it's them getting to know you before they buy from you, really, isn't it? So
Yes,
that all that seems to
absolutely.
be working in my favor. And whenever I was starting out, I never saw that. And this is why I thought I wouldn't fit into the personal styling industry. I still don't, and I'm quite proud of that now. Um, it was because it was very polished and very perfectionistic. And I went, no, this isn't what it's about at all. And all about brands and spending a lot of money on clothes. And no, I kind of did the opposite. And
Well,
I'm
then
quite
it
proud of
makes it
that.
more accessible to people, does
Yeah,
it?
well, that's
Because
what I wanted.
listen, you could line me up 10 brands there, I wouldn't even know them.
And God forbid if you ask somebody to come for a color analysis and tell them not to have tan or makeup on, they freak out.
Ah,
Come
that's the
without
thing, isn't
makeup.
it?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
remember a woman came and stayed here, and we were only going for a walk. When I say a ramble, there is no cars come here.
Yeah.
She couldn't leave the house without makeup on her.
It's tough.
So before we finish here now, God knows how long I've talked for. What do you think will kind of always stay in fashion that if the lady should have in the wardrobe? Remember you're saying if we had all the black, or is it the black dress still?
Oh, the black. Everybody has black in their wardrobe. Everybody I talk to or comes to me has black in their wardrobe because that's what we were taught. But you don't need it. It's fine if you like it. I'm not one of these people that say can't wear black. I like to know the reason you're wearing it, and it's 9 times out of 10, it's because they think it makes them look slimmer or they want to hide from the world. And I was guilty of that too. I have 4 children. Every time I had to give birth to them, I wore black for about a year after because this isn't my proper body. Don't want anybody to see me like this. And it's, yeah, so if you like it, that's okay. If you're wearing it to hide, then we need to have a discussion.
It's sexy. Is black not a sexy color?
Oh, yeah, oh, it has great, it's very classy. It's very, you know, it has quality. Yes, it's classy. Um, it's very bold. It can be dramatic. But it also is about mourning, and it
Right.
is, yeah. So you're
I
walking
be
about,
thinking I could get more words out of it now. So black is a yay or a nay.
yay.
Good. Thank you, Mary, for giving me your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I will put all of Mary's contact details in the description below if you want to reach out to her for a chat, perhaps future appointments. You take care of clients probably and do all your shopping around Belfast, Mary. But listen, how about this manifestation? If a client was willing to fly you out to wherever they lived, would you be open to that?
Absolutely.
Well, it's out there now.
Yeah.
She's able to travel worldwide. She has a valid passport.
Oh, I love traveling. Yeah. Done a bit of it already for my work, and I'm ha eager to do more.
There we go. There we go. Mary, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.